fellow YouTubers, I'm Cassandra Joy and welcome to my channel. Today is the grayest, most dismal day, and we've had quite a few of those in a row this week, which is making it feel equal amounts very fall and also kind of sad because that means summer is really and truly bowing out. And for anybody new here, I'm very much a summer girl. I love the warmth. I tell people all the time that I am made for the tropics. Even though I am an Ohio girl, born and bred, been here all my life, you'd think that I'd be used to the cold and winters, but no. However, I love autumn. Autumn is my favorite season for all the other reasons. Scents, flavors, colors, fashion, the cozy shows and movies that come out or get rewatched, the nostalgia of familiar places and activities. It just makes my heart so immensely happy and makes me want to do all the fall things. So many things, in fact, that I couldn't decide what to film this week. So I went on Instagram and YouTube and asked you. I gave you two options. The first was another episode of I Read This Book So You Don't Have To, which is where I take you through the reading experience of a book of my choice, usually seasonally appropriate. You get reactions and thoughts in real time. I love filming those and I definitely want to do more. And then the other option was a fall themed crafty video where we fix up my loft, just a little section of it, and do something fashion oriented. And that's what you voted for, so that's what we're gonna film today. But before I dive in and tell you exactly what we're doing today, can we take a minute for two things? One, my coffee mug. I love this. I got it from TJ Maxx quite a few years ago. I feel like the camera is blowing it out so you can't see it, but it's got moon and stars all over it, little constellations. I love the gold foiling of it, but it means I can't put it in the microwave, which I did for 2 seconds, and then I quickly remembered and took it out. This is why I don't buy mugs. And I can't put it in the microwave because I forget. Force a habit, you know? You need something heated up, you put it in the microwave. Oh no. I don't need my loft exploding. It would just be super inconvenient. I'd have to thrift everything all over again. And then the second thing, I have officially pulled out my fall sweaters. I was really unsure if they would fit me this year or not, and many of them don't. But there are a couple that still fit, but now they're oversized in that cozy way, and I'm so happy. This one being one of them. It fits so well now. It's not uncomfortably tight like it was. In fact, if you go into the archives of my videos to last year in the fall, my friend Erica and I had a Harry Potter movie marathon night where we had Harry Potter themed snacks and just had a grand old time. That was the last time I wore this, and you'll be able to see the difference in how it fits me if you compare the two videos. Listen, after you've done keto for 3.5 years and you're on a health journey, any little win is worth celebrating, and I'm celebrating. So now let me dive in and tell you what we'll be crafting today. Ooh, my hair is very fluffy today. It's giving Cassie in the 7th grade. That school picture, I'm sure, is in my attic archive somewhere, and it will never ever be shown on the internet because it's just that bad. But we're gonna overlook that. So there are two crafts that I'd like to tackle for this video. The first involves lots of little frames that I've thrifted from everywhere, and then a huge stack of thrifted fabric. Place your guesses in the comments right now what you think I'll be doing with each of these items. Let me start with the frames. I've been collecting all of these frames for months. I've been thrifting them from here, there, and everywhere. A lot of them are Goodwill, a lot of them are from my job. It just depends on where I find them, but all of them have a running theme. They're all gold, they're all ornate, and they look like they should belong in a French gallery. Let me take a second and show you each of them. So here's one. You can see the really pretty, let me put it in front of my face so it focuses on the frame. You can see the ornate rose floral motif on the edges. This one is so tiny, I love it. It was $1 from Goodwill. And I'm not actually confident how I'm gonna change out the picture because it doesn't, oh no, it does. It snaps right out. Okay, good. I've got a little mirror that I thought was cute. Oh, it's gonna focus on the camera and not the frame, isn't it? Well, I tried. I've got this frame, another Goodwill purchase. The running theme, I think, is that it has details on the corners. Just really seem to gravitate to frames like that. Another Goodwill frame. Just love how it looks. This one I'm still kind of iffy on. It looks a little more modern than I would normally go with, but it was the lightweightness that I was attracted to, and the fact that it was gold. So this is a maybe. And then I've got a few silvery frames that I may or may not spray paint. We'll see. This one, which already has a picture of me and my friend Nicole from, was it the Peach Festival we went to last year? It's not altogether silver, but it's not altogether gold. It's some sort of in between. This one I might leave alone. I kind of like how it's a little bit of both. And then this one I definitely want to spray paint. I think the roses look really pretty, but silver's just not my color. For the sake of the video, I might not spray paint anything today, but that's my end goal for the ones that don't match. And then I have a random non-frame that I want to utilize. I found this at my job. It's just the cutest little, I don't know what you'd call this, a saucer? No, it's too big to be a saucer. It's a small plate and it has a very fall flower on it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it sort of has a metallic sheen to the petals in places. I just thought that was so gorgeous, and I cannot take credit for this craft idea. I didn't come up with it, but I saw someone on Instagram do this and I thought it was genius. Basically, you buy a roll of magnet tape. I got this one from Amazon. It wasn't expensive at all. It comes in a roll, so you can cut it to whatever size you need. It's pretty hefty, so I'm hoping that it will counteract the weight of some of these frames. And then what I'm gonna do with them is turn them into fridge magnets. Isn't that cool? You basically have your own photo gallery on your fridge. I think that's incredible. You can also do the same with plates. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna have this with the frames or not. I'll have to play around with that. We'll do that a little bit later. Now, for the fabric. What could I possibly want to make with all of this fabric? And let me just give you a close-up of what it looks like. It's orange, it's got some florals on it. I actually got this from my job and I didn't have to pay for it. We don't really sell fabric, but when we do, it's nothing wild. It's something that would appeal to the masses, and this would not appeal to the masses, so it wasn't gonna be sold. It was just gonna be tossed out, and basically I asked, if we're just gonna toss it out, can I keep it? And my manager kindly let me take it home. What I wanna do with it is make a skirt. Anybody who knows me in real life knows that my qualifications for wearing a skirt or a dress is that it has to be swishy, it has to be twirlable. If it doesn't have those two things, it's not a skirt or a dress worth wearing. But the problem is when you're plus sized, you just don't get both. You either get length or you get volume, but the volume is always on the shorter length side. I don't know why the two cannot be married together, but I'm getting to the point where I'm so frustrated that I want to start making my own clothes. Now, I know nothing about sewing except the very small here and there factoids I gleaned from growing up with a grandma and a mom who do know how to sew, but I've never, oh, hello, sun. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, look, I'm in like a sunbeam. I feel like I need to have angels singing in the background. Hey, I'll basket it as long as it's willing to stick around. You have options when it comes to skirts. You can do something called a circle skirt, which is where you measure out a huge circle and you cut a hole in the middle, and that's your skirt. You basically put some elastic at the top and that's it. But the problem is, I don't think this fabric is big enough to do the length and volume of a skirt that I'm wanting if I did a circle skirt. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is cut it into panels, pin the panels together. I don't want to cut corners if I don't have to, but we both know I will if I have to. Work smarter, not harder. Path of least resistance all the way. And then at the top, what I'd like to do is have it be ruched with some elastic so that I can wear it over a shirt, have a shirt tucked into it, or have a shirt, you know, tied and knotted at the side over the top of the skirt if I want to. I want to have versatility, and I will have to recruit my mom's services. Let's get started. Okay, so these are all the frames I have to work with apart from the mirror. I think I'm just gonna leave it as a mirror. I don't wanna cover that up. Now I've got to figure out the sizes of all of these. I'll show you them more closely, but I do have some photos that I've selected to print out for the frames. I was in two minds. I wanted to have pictures of my friends and family in these, but also I really want it to feel aesthetic and moody, and I just couldn't get it out of my head that I wanted oil painting, cracked canvas, moody kind of
paintings to fill these frames with. Because fun fact, I don't take very many pictures with my friends. We're usually having too much fun to remember to do that. So this just makes more sense. I don't know about you, but for me, the easiest way to print photos is through Walmart. I knocked over my flowers. I don't know about you, but for me, the easiest way to print photos is through Walmart. It's very intuitive, picking the sizing right there on the website. Very hassle-free for the most part. So I'm gonna do that now, head to work, and then show you the photos in all their glory after work. I'm back home from work. I did a few errands that were boring and didn't need filming. I went to the post office to make a return. I went to Walmart to pick up my photos. I did preview them before I left the store just in case there were any flaws or concerns, and they turned out so good. I really wish they were bigger because I think the quality of them are so striking. Before I left for work, I arranged the frames how I wanted them on the fridge, assuming they'll fit. I didn't measure anything. I'm armed with a pair of scissors, just in case any of these photos don't quite fit the frame. Let's start with this one. This, I'm gonna have to cover my face because it's not gonna focus otherwise. This is so pretty. Look at those flowers. I want a bouquet like this. I want one for my future wedding if I'm ever lucky enough to have one. I would absolutely love an autumn bouquet like this. You can see the crackle of the oil painting. It just looks so cool. I definitely wanted to stick to the moody theme and an oil painting look, which is why I picked this one next. It's just a few pumpkins with some autumn leaves. I think they look so pretty. Again, that moody lighting, the oil brush strokes in the background, the crackle of paint. I think it looks really cool. And it makes them look like they're uniform, like they're meant to go together in a collage. This photo is probably my second favorite of the entire bunch. I can't, like, ooh, it's so cute. Look. It's a teapot with a fall teacup. I love this. I think it's so pretty and striking. Since I had so many stagey kind of ones, you know, flowers, pumpkins, teapot, and teacup, I wanted something that was landscape, something that made it a little bit different than the rest of the photos. So I went with this one. It's a landscape. It has all the autumn warm tones that I gravitate to. I think it looks really pretty. It's kind of a mix between a watercolor and an oil painting. It's just sort of a calm in the midst of all of that detail of the other photos. I think it is a good juxtaposition. This one I'm gonna have to cut because I have a square frame that I needed to fit into, but I picked a really cool sunflower picture. I wasn't sure what I wanted for the square frame, simply because it couldn't be anything really ornate and detailed because it's so small. I mean, where is it? It's this big. It's real ditty. You're not gonna be able to make out much. So whatever I picked, I wanted to be kind of a close-up, have a lot of detail in a very big way so that you weren't staring at it like, what's that in the distance? I wanted it to be a focal point kind of painting. You guys know many of my book characters have red hair. My niece has red hair. I color my hair red. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know that, my red hair is not real. So to honor my chai project, which has a redhead heroine, I had to have a redhead in this gallery collage. Look how stunning. I love that it's the back. I love that you don't see her face. It's just this beautiful swash of hair with the autumn scenery in the background. I think it looks stunning. Oh, it's just so pretty and striking. I love it. It's my favorite. Out of all of them, it's my favorite. So the next little bit is gonna be me fussing around with the photos, putting them in all of their respective frames. Then what I'll do is I'll cut the magnet strips, tape it onto the back of all the frames, and put them on my fridge. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna time-lapse you all. While I do that, you don't need to hear me chatter to you the entire time. And honestly, after a day of work, I need to decompress, so I'm gonna be watching some YouTube videos. catching up on those and drinking some pumpkin chai tea. This smells, just got a whiff of that. It smells so good. I'm supposed to let it steep for 7 minutes, which is a long time. By then my cup is cold, so I don't usually let it steep quite that long because I don't have the patience for that. All right, let the time lapse commence. Okay, I need to take a picture of how I have you set up right now. Hold on, you're never gonna believe it. This is currently what you look like. You are wrapped around the handles of my china cabinet. I have a chair located just underneath you in case you fall down. Gotta do what you gotta do to get the shot, you know? Okay, so the first step is to take off all of these pictures. I'm not sure what I want to do with them. I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't know where I'm gonna put them for now. My mom has had this magnet since I was little. It says, I woof you. This mirror I had on my locker in school. All right, I took a picture of how I want everything organized. Oh, it looks so empty now. This is also gonna be a test to see how the magnets hold. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Let's put it to the test. Oh, okay. That worked. Another one. This has felt on the back of it, the little round mirror, and the magnets aren't sticking very well. Oh no, this one doesn't work because it's rounded. I didn't realize this was rounded. Oh, it totally is. Oh no. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to add some more magnets to that one. That one's too heavy. I wondered about that. Okay. That's 2 that doesn't work. Let's see what the others do. It's not as secure as I'd like, but it's something. And then this one, again, is kind of heavy. We'll see how that works. Nope. So we've got 3 that work, and we've got 3 that don't. Oops. Yes! Well, I think I just broke something. Oh, dang it. I broke the corner. Added more. Oh, that helped. That helped make it more secure for sure. Okay, good. That feels better too. Okay, maybe the answer was just to secure them a little more. Okay, well I definitely overestimated how big my fridge was. I don't think I can fit all of these. I was thinking this would take up a lot less room. I can always, you know, lower it down here, do something like this. What I don't know is whether or not this will fall off if I open and close the door, because I don't do it gently when I'm not thinking about it. Maybe I'll take the mirror off for now. I think I want to play around with the arrangement now that I know how much room it really takes. I also want to paint this because the fact that it's silver, whoops, is driving me nuts. Oh, that's not gonna stay. The issue is the fact that my fridge is curved. If it was flat, this would have no issue staying put. That looks cute. I really like that. I can't use my silver guys. At least not on the top door. Maybe I could use it down here. That looks too much, doesn't it? Yeah, I think redhead girl needs to go. Pumpkin display needs to go. All right, I like the placement of all this, but what I really need to do is test how durable it is. So I'm gonna grab a chair. So if they fall, they should fall on something soft. At least that's the plan. Ooh, that one trembles a bit.
Okay, it's staying though. These three seem very secure. This one, how can I secure it more? Okay, the only places it touches is on this flap here, which I don't want to tear off because I might use it later for another thing. But I think for now, it'll do. There we go. What do we think of the fridge gallery? I think that worked out really well. You know, apart from dropping a frame or two. Okay, I had a thought. Since not all of the frames will fit on the front, I decided to put them over here on the side. This is the side of the fridge that I look at all the time because it's where I prep food and wash dishes, all that sort of stuff. So I thought it might look good on this side, plus no curves to spoil my plans. And it looks so good. At least I think so. What do you guys think? I even added this little frame that my friend Donna gave me during our birthday brunch that we have every year. She gave me this little sign that says, be brave, be kind, be thankful, be happy, be you. And I just thought it went with the fall aesthetic. I am so happy with how this little fridge gallery turned out. But what I really want to know is, are you gonna try it for yourself? I'm not sure why this happened. My plant pot leaked. Hello, I'm in my mom's sewing room and I'm about to start cutting the fabric. Now what I noticed is that the fabric already has these openings. I think they were supposed to be curtains, but the opening is actually really convenient for me because if I cut it right, I can use this already sewn slot to put an elastic band in for the waistline. So I'm gonna cut it like this, and if I position it, you know, around my waist, it should be long enough to be floor length. And I have lots of other fabric, it's not gonna be just this. But that's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pin it, cut it, and create the panels to sew everything together.
Second trip to Walmart I've done in that many days. I thought my mom might have the kind of elastic I need. Turns out she didn't. So I picked some up. This is far more than I actually need. This is a 1-inch non-roll elastic and it's 5 yards. I don't need 5 yards for this project, but I'm sure there will come other projects where I'll need this at some point. Don't ask me why I was insane enough to do this, but I went down the book aisle. I always forget about Walmart's book aisle, and I found so many books that I've seen on Bookstagram and talked about by my favorite booktubers. There were many that I wanted to take home, but I allowed myself one, just one. And it's actually on my add-on list for Book of the Month. One of the many cool things Book of the Month lets you do is pick more than one book. You have to pick one book for the month, but you can add on as many as you want. This is the book that I've been wanting to add on for many months and just haven't done it. It's called A Flicker in the Dark. It's by Stacey Willingham, and it sounds so good. Let me read the back of it. When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels as out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing, and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there? Or, for the second time in her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? Dun dun dun. It just sounds like a mystery I could really sink my teeth into. And if you don't know, if you're new around here, I like whodunits in the fall. I love a good mystery. Thrillers, suspense, gimme all of them. I want them. And Flicker in the Dark has now added itself to my TBR list. My very, very long TBR list. Okay, now that I have done a second trip to Walmart, I'm gonna go home and see if I can dig into this sewing project. Nobody cares if your table is messy.
I do.
All right, guys, Mom and I are at the sewing machine and she's about to help me sew this skirt together. She's the pro. I am but a humble grasshopper.
Oh dear, that's a problem. I'm scared. I gotta take this phone call. Very important.
I'm not the priority?
No. Now I can concentrate.
Are you quite finished with all of your very important phone calls?
Who knows?
You're so important.
If it weren't for my husband, no one would call me. Or you.
Mom. So important you keep that knowledge of how important you are.
It's a secret.
Got all the fabric here, ready to go. Pinned it all the right way. Which took a very long time, let me tell you. There was a lot of fabric, which is
because you
my
want
fault.
500 yards of fabric.
I will not be happy unless I have a skirt to rival that pink dress in White Christmas. You know the one where they have their first dance and they're singing, "The best things happen while you're dancing." That dress, I want the equivalent to. I've always wanted that dress. This is not.
It's not going to be like that anyway.
I know, but
it's a different kind of fabric.
I know, but it's the closest I'll ever get to that dreamy pink dress.
Oh my, it's not even close to that, honey. Sorry.
And my dreams have been crushed goodbye. Mom and I both stayed up far later than either of us expected working on this skirt, and now is the official try-on. There's still pins in it, we've still got a little bit of last minute sewing to do, but it's try-on time. Let's see how it looks. Basically what Mom stayed up so much later than I told her to doing is threading this elastic through the whole waistband. So now I'm gonna try it on and see if it fits. It's really loose. I'll definitely have to tighten it. And I'm not wearing the best top to see it, but look at the swish. Definitely the volume I wanted. Second try on. I wanted to
tighten the elastic a little more. It was too loose. I don't want it shimming down. That's better. That feels more secure.
Is that gonna do it?
I think so. That looks better. It cinches my waist a lot more. I could always get a t-shirt and do one of these, knot it to the side and cover the elastic. Yeah, I think that's perfect, Mom.
Is it swishy?
It's swishy!
This is one thing you've been consistent on since about 2 years old.
Yep.
You like swishy.
I like swishy and I like shoes that click clack. I apologize for the lack of updates I've been giving you. I feel like last night especially, we were so tired and we were so out of our depths with this craft. And I don't know about you, but my brain does not work well when it's tired. But I'm very excited for this. I think the skirt is almost done. Now I'm gonna go edit this video because I haven't done that yet and it's Saturday. Okay, I'm back from work and the skirt's done. In fact, I'm wearing it right now and I love it. I think there's only one thing left to do. Time to frolic. This skirt is everything. I love it so much. Huge props to my mom for working so hard while I was at work on this skirt. This craft took far longer than either of us anticipated. And to be clear, I gave my mom many outs. I told her, you can stop whatever you want to. It doesn't have to be finished. Like, the hem still needed to be done today. And I said, I can film without the hem finished. It's okay. I can use some movie magic and nobody will know. And if they do, oh well. And she just couldn't. She just isn't built that way. She had to finish it. So thank you, Mom. It is the best thing. Checks off all the boxes. It's swishy. It's twirlable. It's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna wear it to church tomorrow. A couple things I would do differently next time were I to attempt another skirt project. I wouldn't use such thick fabric. For whatever reason, it didn't click in my brain that thick fabric would also look thick around your waist and do the opposite of cinching it. It would kind of make you balloon in places you don't really want a balloon. It took some finagling to style my shirt just so that it looked right. Apparently if you use thinner fabric, you don't get that problem as much. That's one lesson I learned. The second is to budget for more time. Always budget for more time. This is also my MO. I've done this since I was young. I think it's gonna take a certain allotment of time and it always takes twice that long. And I think the second lesson I've learned, not just in this project but in many projects before, is that just because you're not a professional at something, just because you're not super qualified, doesn't mean you shouldn't try it anyway. If you guys watched my decorating video of my book nook where I attempted to paint a fall painting for myself, painting is probably my worst art medium. I'm good at art in general. I can sort of fake my way through it just because I have the basic skill set and tools and general know-how, but it's not my best medium. I'm far better at drawing than I am painting, but it didn't stop me from attempting to paint anyway, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Is it something I would want to present to a French gallery? No, but it's nice for my little loft, and that's all that matters. The skirt has flaws. There's a section, I'll show you for a dose of realism, there's a section of the fabric that's faded. It's okay. The rest of the skirt is so gorgeous, I genuinely don't mind. Having peace with imperfection is the key to trying new things. And even though the skirt isn't perfect, it was made with love by my mom, and I will wear it with pride. I will say though, walking up and down stairs is a bit of a struggle. The length of the skirt does not make that easy. And I think I'm gonna leave the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed these last few crafty days. I hope this video has encouraged you to try something new in your home or in your life. Whether it's making a corner of your home sparkle that much more with maybe a framed gallery for your fridge, or challenging your skills a bit by attempting to make something like a skirt
or jewelry or a painting. Whatever it is you attempt to do, just know I'm rooting for you the whole way. And let me know in the comments, are you gonna try either of these crafts? And if not, what are you wanting to try? Let's share some ideas in the comments. And stealing from Pinterest, totally valid. So there are some things happening in October. This will actually be the last normal vlog before the busyness and the excitement of October begins and I start filming for all of that. I want to share what we're doing so bad, and yes, there's a we. I have a partner in crime in all of this. Some things have been arriving at the house. Let's call them props. Let's call them video props that will be key to these videos coming up in October. I cannot wait to show you. It is killing me to keep it from you, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. You'll find out next week, I believe. This is something I've never done before, ever, but I've always wanted to. There's gonna be a very autumnal, you're gonna know the reference, twist to everything I'm filming in October with my partner in crime. Okay, I've revealed enough. I don't want to spoil it, but I just wanted you to know that there's a lot to look forward to in October. I know that was very cryptic, I'm so sorry. I loathe when other content creators do that, but I don't want to spoil the surprise, and the surprise is coming next week, so you don't have to wait long. But to make sure that you don't miss out on any of this October fun, make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss a future video from me. I will be taking off doing my shorts throughout the month of October because it's just going to be so busy. I want to give myself a little bit of breathing room, but Saturday uploads will continue. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure the notification bells are on so that you don't miss out on a thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah.